Good morning. We're in a different location. This is Hal Scott Reserve, and it is on the opposite side of town. It took me about an hour to get out here, but this is fun because it's actually a spot of my first trail race that I ever did. Masters of All Terrain is a race out here, and yeah, I really like it out here. The trail is wide, so if you're looking for like a first time trail experience in the Orlando area, this is a great one. Just be aware you will get your feet wet. There are mandatory water crossings. Today they were about at most a little over ankle high, but there's no getting around them. So just be prepared for that. But other than that, beautiful out here. Nice wide, well-marked trails. And we're going to be following the canal for a little bit up here. And I might have to modify my route because the trail stopped a little short of like a road I wanted to take, and I thought I would be able to just cut across, but good luck. That might be the type of terrain that looking from above it looked more grassy than I thought it was. So if that is the style of terrain when I get over to that area, I'm gonna have to rethink that area. But I think I can follow the canal a little further and just catch up with the road a different way. So we'll see. We might doing some on the fly navigating. Luckily I have the Google Maps downloaded for the area in case we're out of cell service. So we'll see how it goes. I designed this course a bit like I did Lake Louisa last week, where I hit my car at hopefully around mile 8. You might see that on the fly navigation might trip us up a bit, but I think this is our canal area. The canal that runs right down here, managed waterway. Now we follow along the power lines for a bit, so kind of nice to use those to get a trail through here. Still super foggy, kind of spooky looking, but yeah. Alright, while it's still a little cool, relatively speaking, for July, I'll get some more running in. Check in with you guys when I need a walk break. Five miles in, just having a snack break. I'll get to about 18 today, maybe more, we'll find out. I decided to press on into this area where I have a feeling I have to traverse some terrain like this. So we'll see. Wish me luck. You guys will find out in a minute. Or I had to double back. Oh, this might become a bit of a choose your own adventure. So wild to be out here and just be literally the only soul around. I've seen a couple of deer, but as soon as they hear me, they head for the hills. It's a shame. I think more runners should come out here. It's just such a great place. This is not really what you think of when you think of Orlando. I don't know if it's technically Orlando or not. It's near Bethlo. Coming out here, I don't think it was in this particular reserve, but we came out to Bethlo as a kid for mudding. And me and my little brother got lost in the woods. Yeah. So I remember finding some barbed wire fencing. And just being like, well, this fencing has to go somewhere. Luckily, that little bit of thought got us out of the woods and to a gas station, and I think my mom had a cell phone at that time, and yeah, so I was able to call her and get a ride back. Maybe I didn't call her, maybe I told them where what event we were at. I don't remember. I have to think of a time before ubiquitous cell phones. Oh, looks like we got a mandatory water crossing coming up. Alright. See if we can stay out of it. But not everything we can. Middle though. Ruts. So I took the gamble. We'll see if it pays off. It says I've got about 1/10 of a mile. I think this is essentially the end of the trail as found on the maps. This is what we're trekking through, but still there's sort of a trail. The alternative is doubling back a mile and then following the canal. Hopefully you can see there's a overhang there, house or something. So that's just the way. Yeah, Even the bit that was trail was not very well traveled. Alright, let's look at these cobwebs. Yeah, 450 feet. And just like that. Boom. What a path. Find out some houses. That one was probably very confused. Guy trucking through like nowhere. Alright, well this is a slightly overgrown, but definitely wider dirt path. So, let's see if I can get some running back to the car. I'm almost back to my car, and this last 2 miles, anytime I tried to run, it's just been impossible. I'll show you. This is how far my foot is sinking into the ground. So you'll get firm footing, and then every once in a while, you're stepping into muck. It doesn't look like you're about to step into muck, and then you do. So. This is what I love about running trails like this. You'll just be going and then turn and boom. Forest. Little creek crossing. Ooh. Ooh, you're going calf feet. Ooh. Ooh. Well, we had a nice little like 1 mile. It was super runnable there. This maybe a little more runnable. Try to pass this second creek crossing. Florida trails, baby. Man, I get the vert, but man, there's a variety. Alright, looks like I can run this next bit, so I'm going to try to keep getting some miles in with run. Get towards the end, like 12 miles in, so like 5.5, 6 to go. So, right. Well, my path went that way. but that says no trespassing, so I think I'm going to go this way and just see what happens. I'll check my maps here in a sec. Not the detour I was expecting today, but these things happen. So became a choose your own adventure today. Chart a different path. All right, just wrapped up 17 miles. Did have to take a slight detour to kind of get up the mileage that I skipped that was on that private property. I think that was like OUC property. But we got 17 miles in. It is starting to get super hot, so I'm going to be back at the car, have some ice cold hydration with some electrolytes, get refueled. I'm definitely going to head back out here sometime. Maybe even start a little bit earlier. Now I kind of know pass to take, pass not to take. The great pass are super runnable, but some of the passes just aren't. But you get the runnable bits, and you can just fly. All right, I'm gonna get cleaned up a little bit. Let's drive this hour home. See y'all next week.